Hello, everyone. Welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. It's a video on daily news and editorial analysis, which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express, the important news and editorial that would be relevant for the preparation of civil services examination will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with the news topic list. Today is 15th of May, the first important news, that is the nutritional value of millet. This is from the text and context page of the Hindu. Second, India imposed phased import ban on defense items. Third, Indian Meteorological Department IMD issues heat wave alert for the Konkan region of the India. Second last, that is India floats global digital system to face pandemic challenges. And the last is an editorial. This strategic economic blog will only tighten the leash. Apart from the news and editorial discussion, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based questions. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further ado, let's get started. And if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do press a like button. And if you're looking forward for integrated test series, we at Apti Plus has launched integrated test series both for prelims and mains. There will be 30 prelims test followed by 8 mains all India level test. The test will be there on PYQs, current affairs. Full length test is also included. You will be also availing free IS Gazette magazine. That is a must read for current affairs. Free mentorship is included in this. And even the flexibility of date and time can be scheduled as per the aspirant convenience. So these are some of the benefits. To avail this benefit, what you need to do, you need to enroll yourself. I have provided a dedicated link in the description section down below. Do check it out and register yourself to avail the benefit and even to strengthen the part of your preparation both for prelims as well as mains examination. Now, starting the news discussion, the first news, that is the nutritional value of millet, something important for General Studies paper 2. That is the government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from a design and implementation. So why I'm discussing this news, as you know that this year 2023 is the International Year of Millet, and it is expected that the question will be framed from millets, considering the fact it's part of the cultivation, nutritional value, whatever is concerned, will be relevant for the prelims examination. So the United Nations Food Agriculture Organization, the FAO, has declared year 2023 as the International Year of Millet, right? And millet has become the most popular in India because of their low input requirement, high nutritional value or density, in which both are valuable for the country, where food security is expected to significantly, even the part of the challenges that India faces when it comes to food security. And even PM Poshan scheme में भी millets को government ने include करने की बात की है. Even for the food part of the program that is there for the midday meal, the millets will be something that will be included. Something very important, highly nutritious part. So you must know what are the basics because you can expect a direct question. Now, brief about the millet. Millet are fundamentally the grasses. Do not confuse. UPSC might set these type of statement in the prelims examination. It is exactly the grasses. They are cultivated worldwide and especially in tropical part of Africa and Asia. So there are majority 8 variety of millets that is there. The first is called jowar. The other is called bajra. Then we have ragi, sandwa, then kodo, then the other part is foxtail millet, then we have kutki, and other is china or porso millet, right? The names might not be relevant for you, but at least you should know कि कौन-कौन से ऐसे millets के variety है जो इंडिया में होते हैं, right? Now, according to the Agriculture Processed Food Authority, India has a world largest producer of millets. Now, millet productions की अगर बात करें for 2021 and 22, the country accounted for 40.51% of the pearl millet. This is the variety of the millet, and production like 8.09 for sorghum. Now within the country, the pearl millet is up to 60% of the millet productions, sorghum 27 and ragi is 11%. So if there is a statement which variety of millet, which variant of millet has been highly produced in India, the correct answer would be pearl millet, Sorghum and even the part of the elderly millet and teff are among the grasses that differ with respect to the millet that are grouped together between them. Now, what is the significance of millet, specifically if you see the part and the advantages that is attached to it? The millets have two broad features. First, like they render themselves in, if you see the part of the nutritional value, it is very high nutritious, and even that has a major extent to the other food crop better than some other counts, and ability to reliably withstand with harsh and resource poor conditions. So it's a condition free, it does not require any specific part of climate, and even do not require such water intensive. It's not a water intensive crop, it can be grown across the part of the suitability of Indian climatic system. These are drought tolerant, adaptive to growing warm weather, and require low moisture or loamy soils. They do not grow in a waterlogged or extremely dry soil, which might occur in heavy rainfall, particularly for bad drought respectively. Now, nonetheless, millets की अगर बात करें, they are in the upper hand of the crop, upper than the rice and maize, and more drought-like condition expected to be the part of the world, including newly realized prospect like flash droughts. Now, the other important point from where a question can be framed is about the nutritional value. So you should know nutritional value because there can be a direct question, and this can also be a question which will be related to the part of biology and even to the part of agriculture, which UPSC tend to ask questions. So nutritional contents की अगर बात करें, it is high in carbohydrates, protein, fiber, amino acids, and various minerals. Right? So millet varieties have different nutrient profile. अगर foxtail की बात करें, this is high in amino and lysine. Finger millet is more like the crude fiber than compared to wheat and rice. And poso millet is significant amount of amino acid, leucine, isoleucine, and methoxide. Overall, millets are found in the important sources of micronutrients and phytonutrients. So you can pause this video and you can check out the details of each and every vitamins and minerals that is there. In examination, you will be also only given that it is high in mineral, high in vitamins, and rich in mineral. So this, you can see the number of minerals that is available and the number of vitamin that is there. Even it has protein and the part of carbohydrate and dietary fibers which is there. Now, processing and its effects. When the millet get processed, what are the effects? So processing and preparing of the millet consumptions can have effect in the nutrients in three ways. First, they enhance them, suppress or remove them, and even ignore them. So in this context, whole grain refers to endosperm, germ, or bran, where it is refined grain only referred to endosperm. So definitely refining for anything decrease the nutrient value of a particular product. So the husk is removed from the grain because it is composed of cellulose and the matter that human body cannot digest. So accordingly, processes, some part of mandatory process is required, but harsh polishing will definitely make it not very healthy for the human consumptions. Now moving to the other news, India imposed phase ban on the part of the export for the defense item, something very important decision that will help India in the Make in India initiative, right? So Make in India initiative and even Atmanirbhar Bharat, which India is coming with the concept. So in light of that, that decision was taken, something important for general studies paper 2, that is the government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from its design and implementations. So the Union Ministry for Defense, the nodal ministry taking care for the entire part of the procurement, has recently imposed a phased ban on the part of import for 928 military items, और इन्हें बैन कर दी गई है क्योंकि इंडिया में जो सेल्फ रिलायंस है, इवन द कॉन्सेप्ट फॉर आत्मनिर्भर भारत and the Make in India in the manufacturing sector should be promoted. The ministry has approved the fourth list. This is the largest Indianization list, जहाँ पे important line of replacement unit पे ध्यान दी जाएगी. System spare component including the high-end material, something that will be substituted worth of 715 crore rupees. The list means that the defense PSU, that is public sector undertaking, cannot import this item beyond the timeline indicated, varying from December 2024 to December 2029. The only point that you need to know that when there's a procurement which is being held on behalf of the government of India by the DPSUs, they have the list of item और वहाँ पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा उन्हें restrict की गई है so that only the required part should be imported and max of the things should be there, which is indigenously produced, enhancing the part of the defense manufacturing in the country. Now, fourth positive Indianization list की अगर बात करें, which restrict the import range of the line reciprocal units, the system, assemblies, spares and component of the defense system. First PIL जो रिलीज की गई थी वो 101 आइटम के साथ रिलीज हुई. उसके बाद second PIL 108 and the other 101. Now the highest one is there for the fourth time. Now, what is the merit of this decision? The decision that was taken by the Union Defense Ministry. Basically, this will reduce the part of defense with 36.7% of the capital expenditure will be saved, right? To 46% of the capital untaxed 2022. तो जहाँ पे पहले 36% तक सेविंग हुई है, ये बढ़ के अब 46% तक चली जाएगी. The implementation of the import ban is expected to give impetus to economic growth, enhance investment in defense, and reduce the DPSU's import dependence. As I've told you, till 2029, there will be restriction that will be imposed in DPSU to import the part. And it has also been planned, जो defense के public sector undertaking है, will promote for Indianization, make in India, या फिर make categories के जो equipments हैं, that will be mostly there in India only, और India के जो micro, small and medium enterprises हैं, they will be given the opportunity to get for the manufacturing done. It is also expected to augment the part of design capabilities for the domestic defense industries by involving academia, research institute, and the part of the modern art technology that is required from the research institutions. Now, under the, basically the items under the positive Indianization list, the list include some of the items, that is IAF Sukhoi 30 aircraft, void data recorder for naval ships, smart multifunctions display, indigenous HTT 40 aircraft, flexible fuel tanks, light compact helicopter, gearbox, another part of valve style that is required by the defense forces. Indian shipyard Maxon Dock Shipbuilders Limited has provided the maximum number of items on the list that was released by the fourth positive Indianization list. So this is an infograph to give you a complete revision part. Third positive list of Indianization, 780 major line of replacement was there. So this one is the fourth one, right? And reduce the part of import dependence, harness the part of the domestic capabilities, and position India at the new state-of-art technologies. Now, moving to the other news, that is IMD issues heat wave alert for the Konkan region. Something important for General Studies Paper 1, that is important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, etc. So IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, has declared that heat wave can be there in the region of Maharashtra, including Mumbai, Palghar, Thane, Konkan, and central Maharashtra and Vidarbha. So these regions experience high heat wave during summers. The fourth heat wave in the Konkan region is something that started in 1st of May, and the state is currently experiencing high temperature with the mercury soaring up to above the normal temperatures. Now, what is heat wave? How does it happen? Now, even if you see the definition of heat wave is a period of abnormal or uncomfortable, hot, unusual, humid weather. Now, अगर बात करें World Meteorological Department की heat wave is when a daily maximum temperature is more than 5 consecutive days and exceed the maximum value temperature by 9 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is how the heat wave is being something defined. And heat wave typically occurs between March and June, and the rare case it will extend till July. Now in India we mostly say till July. Even for states like Delhi, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, it extends up to even to July. Now, in this regard to Konkan region, there's an anti-cyclone circulation which is taking place, due to which the temperature has gone up. This is the one phenomenon that is the reason behind the extreme heat wave, and the formation is expected to move towards northward within next 2 days, following which the temperature in Mumbai may come down a bit. Now, Konkan coast की अगर बात करें, stretches from Daman in north to Goa in south and Konkan in the coast. So this is the complete region which called as the Konkan coast. And rice and cashews are the two main crop in this area. Very important for prelims examination. There can be a direct statement. And the other area is called Kutch, Kathiawar region. Then there's Malabar, Cape of Cameron, there's Coromandel Coast, Northern Skies, and Utkal Plains. So these are the map work directly important for prelims examination. Now some preventive measures that can be taken. IMD ने request किया authorities को and even for individual to take preventive measures and take the necessary measures to mitigate the part of heat wave and ensure safety to the resident of the particular region. Several areas in central Maharashtra, Marathwada and Vidarbha has been under high temperature for the past 3 weeks. Now, India floats global digital system to face pandemic challenges. This is what the health minister has said during the G7 health ministerial meeting, something important for general studies paper 2. That is the government policies with regards to the development and management of human health. Now, addressing the G7 ministerial meeting, which is there in Japan, the name is important both for prelims and any other government examination that you are preparing for. So the Union Health Minister has expressed the commitment that India's digital tools such as COVID and free vaccines for other country has actually helped, right? So G7 meeting held at Japan. Now he said that the G20 presidency has recognized health as a priority area. India is the current chair for the G20. Now the convergence of all digital initiatives, basically यूनियन हेल्थ मिनिस्टर ने बताया कि बहुत सारे ऐसे इनिशिएटिव्स जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के थे उन्हें कन्वर्ज किया गया और एक ग्लोबल इनिशिएटिव ऑन डिजिटल हेल्थ बनाई गई सो दैट द वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एंड इवन दे कैन बी कोलैबोरेशन सो दैट अल्टीमेटली द एंटायर ग्लोब इज बेनिफिटेड. He also stressed that the collaborative on the global health architectures can cause and even to have a digital solutions and even all countries could come back with the challenges that is posed to the future pandemic. So definitely and collaboration is something which is necessarily required. This will be something will be as preventive measures that India can take, right? Now the cautions against the fragmented and isolated efforts will be seen as the part of the collaborative approach to ensure the health and equity. Low income penetrations की अगर बात करें, highlighting the part of the COVID-19 vaccination program, Minister has also said that the 2-year vaccine rollout that was there in December, 34% of global population को इससे help मिली है, right? And it has actually helped the other countries. And even if you see the present context, most of the middle and lower income countries have not received the vaccine. So it is a duty. It is a duty not for only India, but many other developed countries. जितने भी developed countries हैं, वो आगे हैं और सारे countries को help करें. Now moving to the editorial of the day, this strategic economic bloc will only tighten the leash. Something important for general studies paper 2, that is bilateral regional grouping and agreement involving India and affecting India's interest. So what are the issues under this editorial? First, talking about the theme and focus of this editorial is about Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity. We'll see the detail about the IPEF. I'll be addressing in short IPEF. Now the devil and the deep sheep, the aim of IPEF, pillars of IPEF, and the way forward. So in 2019, just to give you a rewind forward picture, in 2019, India walked out of the trade pact called Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. और RCEP की अगर बात करें, इस RCEP में चाइना, जापान, साउथ कोरिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, न्यूजीलैंड और 10 जो आसियान मेंबर्स की ग्रुपिंग है वो इस RCEP के मेंबर्स थे. Now fast forward to 23. Now India is along with many countries except China is replaced, where United States has come up with Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity. This can be a direct question in prelims examination asking you about the total countries and member countries. I'll give you the detail which are the member countries. Now IPEF की अगर बात करें, this has actually started in May 2022 with the United States launching the part of Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. Currently India, 13 countries, I'll tell you which are the countries, I'll show you that in a part of infograph. So these are the countries that is participating, actually the member participating countries: India, Australia, Japan, Thailand, Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, New Zealand, United States, Republic of Korea, and Brunei. So these are the member countries, total 13 countries. Now, apart from this, the framework will advance the resilience, sustainability, inclusiveness, economic growth, fairness, and competitiveness in our economies. So, this is how the part of the countries that will be equally benefited from this. And IPEF is going to be something that will have a game changer effect, specifically in the Indo Pacific region. And India has been advocaatly pitching for something forum that is actually helping with the interest of India. Now, the devil and deep seas. One thing is clear that China versus US is developing the strategic partnership when it comes to India's top foreign policy priority. And in relationship with China, meanwhile, further deterioration, the strategic partnership with the US is something that is less of economic dependence and more of a mutual interest oriented. With China's big economy, fear that the trade deal impact could have manufacturing impact on India, with cheap Chinese good flooding in the market. This is a brutal reality, and this is a truth that we have to admit. And US IP proposal completely removed the part of tariff element of typical trade deals with entirely above in the other areas. Now, what is the aim of IPEF? Why it was formed, and what is the main aim that will basically engulf the part of the complete members' benefits? So, through this initiative, IPEF partners aims to contribute and cooperate on part of stability, prosperity, development, peace with the region, और इस framework के through जो tangible benefits हैं that will fuel the economic activities will be there, investment को बढ़ाई जाएगी, promote sustainable development, inclusive economic growth, and benefits to worker and consumer will be given. The 14th IPF partnership will have 40% of the global GDP and 28% of the global goods, trades and services. Now, pillars of IPEF की अगर बात करें, the launch began discussing on the future negotiation followed by trade, supply chain, clean energy, decarbonization, infrastructure, tax and anti-corruption. तो ये कुछ चार important areas हैं. I'll just repeat one most. First is trade. This is first. Second is supply chain. Third is clean energy, decarbonization and infrastructure. And fourth is tax and anti-corruption. तो ट्रेड को छोड़ करके इंडिया ने सारी चीजों को, सारे पिलर्स को इवन एक्नॉलेज किया है, एडमिट किया. Now, way forward, the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, that is IPEF partnership, has committed to aggressive in the part of negotiation with an objective to realize concrete benefits to enhance the shared vision of economic competitiveness and prosperity in the respective economies. Because अगर RCP इंडिया ने छोड़ा है तो उसके बाद उसके benefits को यहाँ पे मिलनी चाहिए. That is the reason trade is not included. Now, the US-driven Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity will result in the complete stranglehold over the economic system for the participating countries. So, it will ensure that the mutual benefit is given to each and every member countries, and accordingly they are planning so that the unanimity should be there in terms of decision making. Now, moving ahead with the MCQ questions of the day, before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of Saturday questions. For first question, the correct option was B. For second question, the correct option was A. Today's MCQ for practice, आपको बताना है Center Pollution Control Board के बारे में. It's a statutory organization under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It was established under the Air Prevention Act of 1981. The second question is about the Dokra metal craft. Consider the following statement. It is a form of ancient bell craft practiced by the Uja metal. It is documented history about 500 years old. So do check out for the correct option. Practicing a lot more question will give you an added advantages over the upcoming prelims examination. So this was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can reach out to us. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching.